We're taking a break from the usual stories of footballing excellence from around Europe's top 5 leagues to shed light on a very interesting story that's been developing over the past few weeks. At the centre of this story is Paul Pogba. His brother, Matthias Pogba, published a video on Instagram that promised to make great revelations about his younger brother Paul and Paul's agent Rafael Pimenta. It started with a bold claim about how Matthias had some information that he felt the whole world, especially Paul's fans, deserved to know. He insinuated that should his current team Juventus, the French national team, and Paul's sponsorship partners might not feel the same way about him as they do now, promising that whatever information he was going to reveal would be explosive. It involved Pogba's alleged payments to a witch doctor as well, but no more was said in his initial statement. Hi guys, and welcome to Football Talk, where we bring you the latest news and updates from the biggest football leagues in the world. Today, we're taking a break from the football news to tell you all about the latest developments around an extortion and blackmail case that Paul Pogba has been involved in. As always, if you like our content and want to support this channel, please hit that subscribe button and like the video. Now, back to the case. After Matthias made these bold claims, Paul, his agent, and his mother released a statement that the video released by Matthias came as no surprise. The video Matthias released was a small part of numerous threats and extortion attempts by a gang that Matthias was involved with. Additionally, they added that competent bodies in Italy and France were informed a month ago. Pogba reportedly told investigators that his childhood friends and 2 hooded men armed with assault rifles were threatening Paul's life. They had threatened him by showing up at Carrington, United's training facility, unannounced many times, and even in Turin to threaten him. Additionally, during the international break in March, Pogba was kidnapped and escorted to an eastern suburb of Paris at gunpoint. Pogba was asked to pay up 13 million euros to live. These payments were supposedly part of an arrangement Paul Pogba had made as protection money for every year he was a professional, starting at the age of 16. The amount was 1 million euros annually for protection since the time his professional career started. Paul attempted to take that money out of his bank to pay his kidnappers, but due to a withdrawal limit, he could only take out 85,000 euros, which he then paid to his kidnappers to get free. This came in addition to one of his childhood friends robbing Pogba of close to 200,000 euros while he was staying at Pogba's house in Manchester. Additionally, Pogba said that he'd been in contact with a witch doctor, but only to ward off injuries that he had suffered from, not to put curses on any other players like Kylian Mbappe, the way his brother was alleging. After this news broke out, many were quick to lash out at Matthias and accused him of being a money grabber and somebody who was just jealous of his younger brother's success. Matthias came out with an even more explosive statement that he released on his Twitter page, offering clarifications on why he released his initial video. He was quick to accuse Paul's fans of dismissing his claims, but said that Paul had tried to get his own older brother in jail before Matthias had even released this first video, since the investigation had been happening since the start of August. He further accused Paul of using his global fame to suppress his less famous sibling and to cause problems within the Pogba family. He further went on to say that despite Paul waving off Matthias's claims of alleging witchcraft, why then did he admit to the police that he has paid a witch doctor in his entourage to protect him? Does protecting yourself from injuries require paying millions of euros to this witch for years, especially since it didn't work? He then went on to say that these payments could easily be verified within the Central Bank of London. Additionally, the claims Pogba made about being extorted by his childhood friends and his sibling were easy to say in front of the media. But what if all of that money was justified by official, saved documents, and proof of agreed action? He urged patience to the people following the case and said that all the lies Paul had been spewing would come to light very soon. He also tweeted Kylian Mbappe separately, saying that, "Kylian, do you understand now? I have nothing against you. What I'm saying is for your good. Everything is true and known. The witch doctor is known. Sorry for this, brother, a so-called Muslim up to his neck in witchcraft." This last tweet especially got Mbappe's camp involved, and they're demanding clarifications from the Pogba brothers around the nature of the alleged black magic or curse that was put on Mbappe. And there's the story on Pogba and his brother Matthias. An investigation is ongoing with no clear results out yet, so we're not sure who is right just yet. What do you guys think? Was Pogba involved with witch doctors like Matthias is suggesting? Or was this an extortion attempt by childhood friends of Pogba over a deal they signed with a 16-year-old? Before we end this video, however, the prevalence of witch doctors in the footballing world is very interesting. When researching for this video, we looked at more prominent instances of witch doctors being used by football teams and superstars. And by God, there are some very interesting stories. The most famous one, of course, is the one around Yaya Toure and Pep Guardiola. After Pep's mistreatment of Yaya Toure, first at Barcelona and then at Manchester City, Toure's agent Dimitri Seluk lashed out, saying this about Guardiola: "He turned all Africa against himself. Many African fans turned away from Manchester City, and I'm sure that many African shamans in the future will not allow Guardiola to win the Champions League. This will be, for Guardiola, an African curse. Life will show whether I am right or not." Interestingly enough, Guardiola has not won the Champions League since this statement came out. The second big story is about a Ghanaian witch doctor, Nana Kwaka Bonsam, who had supposedly put a curse on Cristiano Ronaldo prior to the World Cup in 2014. Ronaldo injured his knee in the weeks leading up to the World Cup, and Portugal were sweating over Ronaldo's fitness. The African shaman had this to say about Ronaldo's injury: "I said it 4 months ago that I will work on Cristiano Ronaldo seriously and rule him out of the World Cup, or at least prevent him from playing against Ghana, and the best thing I can do is to keep him out through injury." Ronaldo did end up playing at the World Cup, however. He was not at his very best as Portugal bowed out in the group stage behind Germany and the United States of America. Ronaldo only managed to score the one goal, but interestingly, it was in the game against Ghana. Ghana were also the only team Portugal beat at that tournament. The last story is definitely the most interesting one. Bruce Grobbelaar, the Anfield legend and Zimbabwean hero, was cursed by an African shaman who was supposed to present a bottle of lager to Grobbelaar before a testimonial game being played at Anfield in 1992. He went around on the posts and put his goat's tail, put his water on the posts of both sides, got the microphone and said, "If you don't have the jungle man Bruce Grobbelaar here, you won't win the title," said Grobbelaar in an interview with BT Sport. Astonishingly, Liverpool went a full 28 years before they won a title again. Curse lifted, right? Wrong. Grobbelaar was deeply affected by Liverpool's performances over the following seasons and blamed himself for letting his beloved club get cursed. He believed that the only way he could lift the curse is if he urinated on both goalposts to offset the curse. Here's where things get even scarier. He first tried to lift the curse during the 2013-14 season, where he only managed to get his urine on the goalpost at the Kop end before he was asked to leave the stadium. Liverpool would lose the title by 2 points because of Gerrard's infamous slip. In 2019, he would try again before the start of the 2019-20 season in May, while he was playing in a corporate game at Anfield. In both halves of the game, he managed to splash his urine over the goalposts, and you can guess what happened at the end of that season.